guys, what's up, Jacob here, and people really liked Evil Dead, so of course Raimi made a sequel. And this one is more of a comedy, but it's more of an intentional comedy.
But first, Sam wanted to show that he could make different movies, so he made Crime Wave, but that movie didn't do very well, so for his career, though it didn't die, he decided it was time for Evil Dead 2.
But even if Crime Wave did well, he was still gonna make the sequel, so it's okay.
As the movie came out March 13th, 1987, it had more comedy elements compared to the first one. Well, like I said, intentional comedy, as it kind of sort of starts after the first movie, as Ash must survive the night, expelled evil.
But guessing by how Evil does a trilogy, I doubt he stops evil. So anyway, let's look at Evil Dead 2, because it's amazing.
Okay, so the movie begins with us being told by the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, roughly translated, the Book of the Dead.
Which had its name changed, which I actually don't mind. It's actually a much better name.
So what's this place like?
Well, it's a little run down, but it's right up in the mountains.
Are you sure it's deserted?
Oh, yeah.
And you may be asking, why is this dumbass bringing a new girl to the cabin? Well, that's because he's not. This is actually just a bridge recap of the original, because they didn't have the rights to use the footage from the original, so they just reshot it without most of the original cast.
So when they get into the cabin, things starts pretty fast as Ash starts the recording of the professor so the Deadites can then possess Linda.
Even though in the original, Linda wasn't possessed that way. She was stabbed in the foot with a pencil. But I can understand why they changed the way that she got possessed, because, yeah, they need to bridge it. Plus, besides, I really don't want to see that pencil stabbing again.
But actually, though, things start to get pretty similar again, except the Linda Deadite acts a bit differently. But either way, Linda gets her head chopped off with a shovel and buried so Ash can get possessed.
Okay, so now it's the sequel. And yes, you can technically consider this first 6 minutes as non-canon, because, yeah, the original Evil Dead is canon. But, actually, the best way to watch the series is probably by editing the films all into one movie.
So now we're at the same point the original was at the end, as Ash is possessed by a Deadite, but somehow the sun turns him back.
Which, yeah, doesn't make too much sense. But my theory is that if you get knocked out or hit in the head or something like that, or you're just weak, the Deadites can easily take you over. But if you're strong-willed and believe or whatever, you can get out of possession.
But this made Ash pass out, making most of the day pass. When he tries to get out, the bridge is broken and it's night again.
Damn, Ash, you took a long-ass nap. Hell, if you got up earlier, you probably wouldn't be as screwed as you are right now. But no, you're just too stubborn.
Whenever we go to a new character, Annie, who's going to the cabin to bring her father some lost pages in Necronomicon, but that's not important just yet, as back with Ash, Linda comes back from the dead and dances, so she can ask Ash to dance with her, and so she can give him some head.
Hello, lover.
Well, Ash, you're just lucky that's the spot where she bit you, because it could have been much worse.
Chainsaw.
Which I would ask how Ash knows where the chainsaw is, because he hasn't been in the shed in this version yet, but it does make some sense since the first couple minutes are not canon.
But Ash is able to clamp her head down, and is able to split her in two.
But I'll be honest, I prefer the Evil Dead version of Linda because, well, she had the best line in that movie.
We just cut up our girlfriend with a chainsaw. Does that sound Bye.
Which I will say is much better than the reflection just being water. This is actually much better effects, and also it's much more dramatic, so yeah, I prefer it.
But Ash's hand starts acting weird as it's possessed and starts attacking him.
You dirty bastard! Give me back my hand! Give me back my hand!
And yeah, Ash is really lucky that she bit his hand, 'cause if she bit his dick, then yeah, his dick would be attacking him instead.
As Annie gets to the bridge, but since it's broken down, they're not gonna be able to get there, but luckily these two know a shortcut, but I don't care about that just yet. There are more important things, like Ash's hand doing a lot of slapstick, but after a while, Ash has had enough.
That's right. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now?
Holy shit, that was badass. And lucky for Bruce Campbell, he's left-handed, so he still has his jerking off hand.
But sadly, Ash loses his hand in the cabin, and it starts to fuck with him, but luckily it steps in a mousetrap.
God damn it, if you wouldn't have taken time off to fucking laugh, you would have got him. Of course, I laughed too, but still.
And no, he doesn't get him. The evil just starts laughing at him.
Yeah, after 2 movies of this shit, I can understand why Ash would be going insane at this point. Of course, he's not as much of a smartass as he will be in Army of Darkness, though, so he's not completely ass just yet.
But the laughing stops when Ash hears a noise outside. Of course, he accidentally shoots Bobby Joe, so they lock him in the basement, but they learn that, yeah, there's something down there.
One's in my fruit cellar.
And she's played by Ted Raimi, who does a really good job, even though in that costume it was really fucking sweaty.
Swallow your soul.
As they're barely able to get Ash out, but she does beat the shit out of people before they get her back in there.
Damn, you are really lucky that eating a piece of a deadite doesn't turn you into a deadite.
As Ash has to explain, there's a bunch of evil shit in the woods, and eventually Henrietta starts singing to trick Annie to let her out, but this was just a distraction.
That thing in the cellar is not my mother.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think when a person gets injured, it's more likely for them to get possessed. And it also doesn't really help when you're a minor character, either.
As the dead explained, they're spirits from the book and want their bodies.
Dead by dawn. Dead by dawn.
Well, except for you, Ash. We kinda need you in the sequel.
But Ash kills the shit out of him, so everything is good.
Oh, and that green blood, that was for censorship. It was so that they could get an R rating. Of course it didn't work, because the MPA fucking hates Sam Raimi.
Whatever, though, later that night they hear some noises, and it's the Professor's soul warning them not to die. And to dispel the evil, they'll need the lost pages of the Necronomicon.
And yeah, I have no idea how the Professor's able to talk to them right now, since guessing by Ash vs. Evil Dead lore, he's being chased by the Deadites right now that's trying to drag him down to hell. And I guess it is possible that while down there he's able to somehow contact them, but I'm not sure how.
Jake, you're holding my hand too tight.
Baby, I ain't holding your hand.
Oh, come on, don't scream. He just wants to give you a high five.
But Bobby Joe's really stupid as she runs out of the much safer cabin to the very dangerous woods where the trees start to grab at her.
Oh, damn it. There's not going to be another scene like there was in the last movie, is there? Oh, good. She's horribly murdered. That I can ship.
As these two really don't care about her, since if she's out there, she's probably already dead. But Jake stupidly points the boomstick at them and really stupidly throws the lost page of the book down into the cellar.
Which, dumbass, even if you were able to find her, you'd still have to go back down there and fight Henrietta for the pages, you dumbass! And the dead decided to possess the one person that will be able to break out of the possession. Great choice! But lucky for them, Ash is blind. No, really, he was actually blind. Those contacts aren't very easy to see through. But holy fuck, that was cool. I mean, god damn, she ate the shit out of him. Holy fucking shit. There has to be nothing fucking left. God damn.
But because of this, the Deadite Ash is able to knock out Annie. But luckily, Ash sees the necklace, is able to turn back. But Annie, of course, doesn't trust him.
Damn it! I said I was all right! Are you listening to me? Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm all right!
Trust me, I'm alright. I may be holding you like this, but trust me, I'm completely okay.
I'm all right.
But that was a pretty good way to show her that he was alright. But they're gonna need to go down to the cellar so they can get ready by making Ash a chainsaw hand cutting off the barrel of the shotgun so it's easier for him to use one-handed.
Groovy.
Which is badass shit. That's one of the few horror movie weapons that can actually compete with the badassery that is Freddy's glove. Oh, and I just wanted to mention, look left.
And luckily, Ash does find the pages, but yeah, he's fight Henrietta while Annie reads the book, and this boss has two phases, and this one is mostly stop motion.
So, it's gonna be a little bit harder to beat.
But luckily, Annie says a lullaby so that she can distract Henrietta, enough so that Ash can cut her up and finish her off.
Hey, I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
Swallow this.
Damn, Ash is badass. I mean, what else can I really say? Because that scene is just fucking awesome.
But they got something new to worry about, as the first step was making the evil flesh, and when Annie is reading it, Ash's hand sadly stabs her.
Damn thing! Couldn't you have given her a hand instead? Oh wait, I guess he did.
But luckily she's able to finish the incantation to send the evil back, but since she is dead, there's no one to stop the portal, so Ash is sent into it, where there are, knights.
For some reason, everything looks really grainy, but luckily they reshot all this for Army of Darkness. Of course, that means the ending and beginning of this movie are not canon, though.
As he kills one of the evil, so Sam Raimi tells him that he will save the day from the Deadites, so they hail him.
Which means he was the person who was sent back in time to defeat the Deadites. And yes, he was right. He did a pretty shitty job. What the hell was that? Was Deadite being like, oh yeah, come on, it's ready to fight. Yeah. Whatever. That was Evil Dead 2, and it's a great sequel.
Evil Dead 2 is definitely a great movie. It's definitely an improvement compared to the first. I mean, the first movie was unintentionally funny, but this is a movie that's intentionally funny. I really enjoy the slapstick in the movies. It's very inspired by Three Stooges, and I really enjoy it. And Bruce Campbell does a really good job at doing this stuff, and he's really good in this movie. I mean, in the original, he was just a good guy, but here, you can see how all this stuff is effective, even though, the beginning is there, and the original isn't able to be shown, but oh well. This movie is just really entertaining, and the effects are much better than the first as well, even though the original had pretty entertaining effects. At least this one also has really entertaining effects, and it still has that low-budget charm that I loved about the first movie. And so, since this movie is so entertaining, I'm gonna give Evil Dead 2 a 5 out of 5.
Groovy.
But lucky for me, I didn't have to write any of the script because it was already written for me, because I wrote it in October because it was supposed to be in Slasher Month 4, when it was cancelled. But that's actually partly a good thing since, yeah, it was already written for me, so I didn't have to write it. But I didn't have any filmed, unlike Child's Play 2, so yeah, I had to film all of it. But at least it did save me some time, so I now have more time to work on the next review. See you then.